My beloved child, listen to the sound of my voice. For this is not a random occurrence, nor is it a mere coincidence of the digital world. You are here because I have called your name across the silence of the heavens. Do you realize how hard the enemy fought to keep you from this moment? Do you know the lengths to which the darkness went to ensure your eyes never met these words? 3 times the adversary attempted to block your path. Perhaps your connection faltered. Perhaps a sudden distraction tugged at your mind. Or perhaps a heavy spirit of weariness whispered that this was just another video to scroll past. I saw the enemy tremble as you drew closer to this revelation. I saw the shadows attempt to dim your screen and the whispers of doubt trying to steal your focus. But they failed. They failed because my hand is upon you, and my light has already shattered the barriers they tried to build. You are not here by chance. You are here by divine appointment. I have cleared the way. I have cleared the way. I have cleared the way so that you could stand here in the presence of my unconditional love, to hear what I have to say to your weary soul. I have pushed back the clouds of confusion that have been hovering over your life. I have silenced the voices of the accusers who told you that you were forgotten. I have paved a path through the wilderness of your recent struggles, making sure that this message reached you at the exact second your heart was ready to break. The struggle you felt just to get through this day was the enemy's last-ditch effort to prevent the shift that is about to occur. But I am the Alpha and the Omega, and no weapon formed against you shall prosper. I have seen your persistence, and I have honored your search for truth. Before I reveal the ancient secret and the blessing that is currently manifesting in your life, let us establish a sacred covenant of faith. Do not let this moment slip through your fingers like sand. I invite you now to join this family of light. Press the like button as a signal of your agreement with heaven's decree, and subscribe to this sanctuary so that my voice may guide you through every storm yet to come. This is your first act of obedience in this new season. Before we go deeper into the mysteries of your destiny, declare your presence and your readiness before my throne. Type "I am here, Lord," or 7007 in the comments right now to open the gates of heaven and signal that you are prepared to receive the restoration I have promised. I have watched you from the foundations of the earth, and I know the weight you have been carrying. I have seen the moments when you felt completely invisible, as if your prayers were hitting a ceiling of brass. But I tell you now, I was never closer to you than in the moments you felt most alone. I was the strength in your knees when you thought you would collapse. I was the breath in your lungs when the world tried to suffocate your hope. The enemy tried to hide this truth from you because he knows that once you realize who you are in me, his power over you is permanently broken. You are not a victim of circumstance. You are the architect of a divine legacy. The path has been cleared, the veil is being lifted, and the truth that has been hidden from your eyes for so long is finally coming into the light. Stay with me, for the miracle you have been weeping for is already in motion. My precious child, do not for a moment believe that your finger moved by accident to click upon this message. This is not the result of a mathematical algorithm or a random sequence of events. This is a divine appointment, a sacred meeting scheduled in the archives of eternity before the stars were even birthed into the darkness. I have been waiting for this exact second to have this private conversation with you. Look around you, but look more closely within. I see where you are right now. I see you holding your device, perhaps, with weary hands, perhaps lying in a bed, where sleep has felt more like a battlefield than a rest. I see the dim light of the room or the rush of the world moving around you, while you feel as though you are standing perfectly still, suspended in a moment of deep uncertainty. You have been searching for a sign, a whisper, a reason to keep going. And I am here to tell you that I am that reason. I am the answer to the silent cry you sent out into the universe 3 nights ago when you thought no one was listening. I know the specific ache of your heart, the one you don't have the words to describe to your friends or your family. I have seen you in the middle of a crowded room, smiling and nodding, playing the part that the world expects of you. While internally, you felt like a ghost drifting further and further away from the shore. You have mastered the art of being okay, but I see through the mask. I see the hollow space in your chest that remains empty no matter how much you try to fill it with work, with distractions, or with the approval of others. You feel as though you are surrounded by people who know your name, but do not know your soul. But I know you. I know the rhythm of your heartbeat and the frequency of your sighs. I was there in every moment of your isolation. I am not a distant king sitting on a cold throne. I am the Father who is sitting right next to you, leaning in to whisper that your loneliness is not a permanent state, but a preparation for a deeper intimacy with me. This appointment is the beginning of your restoration. You have spent so much energy trying to figure everything out on your own, mapping out paths that only led to dead ends, and worrying about tomorrows that haven't even happened yet. I am asking you now to release the grip you have on your own life. You are in a safe place. This digital space has been sanctified for our meeting. I want you to feel the weight starting to lift from your shoulders, even as you hear these words. The heavy atmosphere of not being enough or being behind in life is being replaced by my peace, which surpasses all human understanding. You are not behind. You are exactly where you need to be to receive what I am about to pour out. This moment is the bridge between your season of wandering and your season of arriving. I have set this time aside specifically for you because you are worth the undivided attention of the Creator of the universe. Can you feel the shift? The air around you is changing because my presence is saturating your environment. I am recalibrating your spirit to recognize my voice above the roar of the world's demands. You have been so tired because you were carrying burdens I never intended for you to bear. Lay them down at the foot of this conversation. Let the silence of my love drown out the noise of your anxieties. You are the chosen one, and today I am choosing to remind you of your royalty. We are not done yet. We are just beginning to peel back the layers of your transformation. Trust the process of this appointment. Do not rush away, for I have much more to reveal about the path I have laid out for your feet. You are home now in my words, and here you are, fully seen, fully known, and fully loved. My beloved, I have watched you through the darkest hours of the night, those silent vigils when the rest of the world is draped in slumber. But your eyes remain wide, staring into the shadows. I was there at 3:00 a.m. when your mind became a whirlwind of what-ifs and how-longs. I saw the way you tossed and turned, trying to outrun the thoughts that haunt you the moment the noise of the day fades away. I saw the tears that didn't just fall from your eyes, but seemed to leak from the very depths of your exhausted soul, soaking into your pillow while you held your breath so no one else in the house would hear your heart breaking. You are tired. My child, not just the kind of tired that a night's sleep can fix, but a soul weariness that has settled into your very bones. You feel as though you have been running a race with no finish line, fighting a war with no ceasefire, and carrying a mountain that you were only ever meant to climb. I feel the physical toll this journey has taken on you. I see the tension that has become a permanent resident in your shoulders and the base of your neck, a heavy yoke of responsibility and worry that you've carried for far too long. I feel the tightness in your chest, that sharp, restrictive pressure that makes it hard to take a full breath, as if the atmosphere of your life has become too thin to sustain you. Your body is screaming for the rest that your mind refuses to grant it. You have been running on empty, fueled only by the fumes of your own willpower, trying to be the anchor for everyone else, while you yourself are drifting in a violent sea. I have seen you push through the pain, masking your fatigue with caffeine and forced smiles, but I am the one who knows how fragile you truly feel. I see the invisible bruises left by the battles you fought alone, and I am here to tell you that the season of struggling in your own strength is coming to a definitive end. Right now, in this very moment, I want you to perform a small act of faith. I want you to stop. Wherever you are, I want you to take a deep, intentional breath, the kind of breath you haven't allowed yourself to take in weeks. Draw in my peace and exhale the poison of your anxieties. Now drop your shoulders. Let the tension melt away as you realize that I am the one holding the universe together, and I am more than capable of holding your life. You do not have to be the savior of your family, the fixer of every problem, or the guardian of your own future. That is my role. I am the great physician, and my hands are moving over those areas of pain right now. I am soothing the inflammation of your spirit and quieting the storm in your nervous system. You are not breaking. You are being emptied of the old, so that I can fill you with a supernatural vitality that does not wither. I have seen every silent tear you've shed in the shower where the water hid your sorrow from the world. Not one of those drops was lost. I have collected them all in my bottle. They are the seeds of your coming joy. You have felt like you are at your breaking point, but I tell you, you are at your making point. This exhaustion was the signal that your old way of living, the way of striving and straining, has reached its limit. You are being transitioned into a state of divine flow, where my grace provides the momentum that your effort never could. Rest in me now. Let my words be the cool water that washes over your fevered mind. You are safe. You are protected. The storm of exhaustion is being silenced by my command, and a great calm is beginning to rise within you. My child, I see the questions in your eyes when you look at the world around you. You see your peers, your friends, and even those you deem less deserving stepping into their harvests while your field remains dry and barren. You have been asking me, why not me? And how much longer you feel as if you are standing in a long line that never moves, while others are ushered through the gates of prosperity right before your eyes. I want you to erase the word late from your vocabulary. In my kingdom, there is no such thing as being behind. You are not late, you are being insulated. You are not forgotten, you are being refined. The timing of your breakthrough is not dictated by the clocks of men, but by the perfect rhythm of my grace. What looks like a standstill to the world is actually a profound movement in the spirit realm, where I am aligning every star and every heart to favor your arrival. Consider the metaphor of the master archer. When the archer takes an arrow, he does not simply let it fly from where it sits. To give the arrow power, to give it distance, and to give it the ability to pierce through the strongest armor, the archer must pull it back. He pulls it away from the target, away from the goal, and into a place of extreme tension. You have felt that tension. You have felt the pressure of being pulled backward while your heart longs to fly forward. You have felt the strain on your spirit, the feeling that you are being stretched to your absolute limit. But I tell you, the further back I pull you, the further forward you will go. The tension is not there to break you. It is there to propel you into a level of destiny that those who moved fast will never reach. You are being aimed at a target that requires a force only this delay could produce. I have also used this delay as a shield of divine protection. I have seen the traps that the enemy set up on the paths you were so eager to take. I saw the hidden agendas, the toxic connections, and the spiritual pitfalls that would have destroyed your soul if I had allowed you to enter those doors when you knocked. My no was not a rejection. It was a not yet to save your life. I was waiting for the wolves to leave the clearing. I was waiting for the bridge to be strengthened before I let you cross. If I had given you the weight of the blessing before your character had the muscle to carry it, the blessing would have crushed you. I am building your capacity in the quiet, in the waiting, and in the delay. I am making you strong enough to not only receive the miracle, but to keep it for a lifetime. Do not envy the speed of others. Their fast growth often lacks deep roots, and when the storms come, they are easily swept away. But you are like a cedar of Lebanon. Your roots are growing deep into the bedrock of my faithfulness, while your branches are still hidden from view. This hidden season is where your true power is forged. When you finally emerge, you will not be the same person who entered this waiting room. You will walk with a weight of glory, a maturity, and an authority that can only be earned through patient endurance. The countdown has already begun. The archer's fingers are starting to loosen. Prepare yourself for the release, for when I let go, you will fly with a precision and a power that will leave the world in awe. My child, open the eyes of your spirit, for the physical world you see is but a thin veil over a much grander reality. You have felt lonely, but I tell you, you have never been alone. Even now, as you listen to my words, there are legions of light stationed around you, filling the room where you sit and standing watch at the perimeter of your home. You are surrounded by a celestial guard, an army of angels whose only mission is to preserve your soul and watch over your steps with unwavering vigilance. They are not distant myths or cold figures of stone. They are your active companions in this journey. They have stood beside you in the hospital rooms, when your heart was heavy with fear, in the courtrooms where you felt judged, and in the quiet, shadowed corners of your home where you thought you were completely abandoned. They have been holding back the forces of darkness that you didn't even know were plotting against you, intercepting arrows of destruction before they could ever touch your skin. I have given my angels a specific charge over you, to keep you in all your ways, to bear you up in their hands, lest you dash your foot against a stone. You are the most protected being in your bloodline because my favor has placed a hedge of fire around you that no enemy can penetrate, no matter how hard they try to find a crack in the wall. Have you not noticed the signs I've been sending to remind you of this invisible reality? I am a God of whisper symbols and gentle nudges, and I speak to you in the language of the miraculous every single day. Recall the times you found a white feather in an impossible place, a hallway, a car seat, or a sidewalk where no bird had flown. These were not coincidences. They were the brushes of angel wings against your world of physical, I am here from the heavens. Think of the moments a sudden sweet fragrance like lilies or ancient incense filled a room where there were no flowers or candles. Think of the times you saw the numbers 1111 or 777 appearing repeatedly on clocks' receipts and signs signaling that your life is in perfect alignment with my divine timing. I have been visiting you in your dreams, giving you vivid glimpses of your future, showing you doors opening and chains falling away. Even when you wake and the details of the dream begin to fade, the lingering peace remains. That deep, unshakable calm is my signature upon your spirit. If you can feel this divine protection enveloping you right now, I invite you to join this family of light. Press the like button as a signal of your agreement with my heavenly protection, and subscribe to this sanctuary to stay anchored in my presence. This act of faith tells the universe that you are ready to walk hand in hand with my angels. I am sending people into your life who speak the exact words you needed, to hear strangers who show you kindness at the perfect moment, or a friend who calls just as you are about to give up. These are my messengers in human form, sent to be my hands and feet in your physical world. I am orchestrating a complex symphony of support, behind the scenes, moving hearts and changing minds to favor you. You don't see the gears turning, you don't hear the celestial machinery humming, but you can feel the heat of the engine and the shifting of the winds. Trust the invisible, for the unseen realm is far more real and far more permanent than the ground you walk upon. Because you have made me your refuge, and the Most High your dwelling place, no evil shall befall you, nor shall any plague or disaster come near your dwelling. I want you to walk with a new confidence starting today. You are not a target for the enemy to practice on. You are a territory claimed by the Most High, marked by the blood of the Lamb. When you walk into a room, the atmosphere shifts because the light of my host precedes you, and the shadows must flee from the authority that walks within you. When you sleep, the four corners of your bed are guarded by those who neither slumber nor sleep. They are standing at the gates of your mind, filtering out the nightmares and planting the seeds of revelation. You are being carried through this season on the shoulders of giants. Every time you felt a sudden, inexplicable sense of peace in the middle of a crisis, that was an angel whispering my promises into your ear, drowning out the roar of the world. Every time you were spared from an accident or a wrong turn by a split second, that was a divine hand nudging you out of harm's way. You are so precious to me that I spare no expense in your protection. I have commanded the stars to watch over you and the earth to support you. You are not a wanderer. You are a protected traveler. Rest in this knowledge. You are the focus of heaven's attention, and my unseen support will never fail you, not even for a single heartbeat. You are surrounded not by your problems, but by my presence and my power. My child, you have often wondered why the path has been so steep for you, why you seem to attract storms while others sail on calm waters. I tell you today, the thief does not break into an empty house. The darkness does not waste its arrows on a soul that is already dim. If you have been targeted, if you have been slandered, if you have been pushed to your knees, it is because the light within you is blinding to the shadows. You carry a frequency of the heavens that disturbs the status quo of the earth. You are not being punished for your mistakes. You are being attacked for your potential. The enemy sees what I have placed inside you, a treasure of resilience, a wealth of creativity, and a spirit of fire that is destined to ignite change in your bloodline. You are a threat to the kingdom of darkness simply by existing, because your light is a beacon that exposes the lies of the world. They strike at you because they fear the moment you truly realize who you are. You are the chosen one. This is not a title of pride, but a seal of responsibility and divine favor. Out of billions, I fixed my gaze upon you before you were ever formed in your mother's womb. I chose your lineage, I chose your battles, and I chose your victory. You have a royal DNA that makes you different, which is why you never quite fit in with the crowd. This is why you always felt like an outsider, even among those you love. You were not meant to blend in. You were meant to stand out as a living testament to my grace. You are a child of the Most High, a citizen of the kingdom, and an heir to the riches of the universe. The struggle you are facing is merely the friction caused by your spirit moving against the current of a broken world. You are being forged in the fire because I am making you into an instrument of pure gold, capable of carrying a weight of glory that others could never sustain. If you can feel this light surging within your heart right now, if these words are vibrating in the very core of your being, then do not remain silent. This is the moment of your sacred affirmation. I invite you to like this video right now as a physical act of claiming your identity as the chosen one. Subscribe to this sanctuary to join the global family of those who have been called out of darkness into my marvelous light. This is not just a digital action. It is a declaration to the spiritual realm that you recognize your royal heritage and you refuse to live as a victim any longer. By doing this, you are signaling to the heavens that you are ready for the next level of revelation and the abundance I have prepared for your name. Do not fear the envy or the malice of those who seek to tear you down. When you are chosen, my hand is a permanent shield over your life. People may try to block your path, they may try to dim your shine with their words, but they cannot stop what I have ordained. I am the one who opens doors that no man can shut. I am the one who sets a table for you in the presence of your enemies. Their jealousy is merely a confirmation that you possess something they cannot comprehend, a connection to the source that cannot be bought, stolen, or faked. Stand tall, my beloved. Your light is not your own. It is my glory reflecting through you. And as long as you stay connected to me, that light will only grow brighter, consuming every shadow that dares to approach your territory. You are favored, you are called, and you are absolutely unstoppable. My child, hear my warning, for I love you too much to let you walk blindly into the traps of the deceiver. I have seen the circles you move in, and I have seen the hearts of those you call your friends, your confidants, and even those you consider family. I see the one who sits at your table, who laughs at your jokes and nods at your dreams, but who carries a hidden dagger of envy in their spirit. I see the Judas who dips their bread in the same dish as you, yet speaks against you the moment you leave the room. There are those in your life who are drawn to your light, not to share it, but to consume it. They are like wolves, dressed in the softest wool, using words of flattery to bypass your defenses. They celebrate your small wins to your face while secretly praying for your great collapse. They are the ones who drain your energy, who leave you feeling hollow and doubted after every conversation, and who subtly sabotage your confidence under the guise of being realistic or looking out for you. I have placed a divine compass within you, my beloved, a holy intuition that has been whispering to you for months. Have you not felt that sudden sharp hesitation in your spirit when a certain person enters the room? Have you not noticed the coldness behind their smile, or the way their eyes never truly meet yours when you speak of your blessings? That is not your paranoia, nor is it your fear. That is my spirit nudging you, alerting you that the frequency of their heart does not match the frequency of your destiny. You have been ignoring these red flags because of your kind heart and your desire to see the best in everyone. But I am calling you to a higher level of discernment. You cannot take everyone into the promised land with you. Some people are only meant to be part of your history, not your future. I am teaching you to distinguish between the holy nudge of intuition and the paralyzing grip of fear. Fear says everyone is an enemy. Intuition says this specific door is infested. Listen to the silence after they speak, for in that silence, I am revealing their true intentions to you. The time of the great unveiling is here. I am about to shake the foundations of your social circle, and I want you to be prepared for what falls away. I am agitating the atmosphere around you so that the masks can no longer stay in place. In the coming days, you will see a shift. You will hear of things said in secret that will break your heart but set you free. You will see true colors bleed through the whitewashed walls of false loyalty. Do not weep when these people exit your life. Do not chase after those I am removing. Their departure is my divine protection in action. I am pruning your vine so that you can bear more fruit. I am clearing the weeds from your garden so that the seeds of greatness I planted can finally breathe. The masks are falling, the shadows are being exposed, and the Judas in your life is being led to their own exit. You are being separated for a sacred purpose, and I will replace every false friend with a destiny helper whose heart is aligned with my will for you. Trust me when the revelation comes. When the betrayal is exposed, do not let bitterness take root in your soul. Forgive them not because they deserve it, but because you deserve to be free from the cord that binds you to their low vibration. I am the one who vindicates you. I am the one who fights the battles you don't even know are being waged. I am removing the wolves so that you can finally run with the lions. I am closing the doors to the dens of gossip and opening the gates to the halls of honor. Remember, my child, if they were meant to be in your future, they would have had the character to stay in your presence. Let them go. Let the masks crumble. For behind the falling of every false friend is the rising of a more authentic, more powerful version of you. I am guarding your heart, I am guarding your back, and I am ensuring that the only ones standing beside you when you reach the mountaintop are those I have handpicked to be there. My beloved child, I come to you today with a word of urgent warning, for you are approaching a crossroads that will determine the trajectory of your next 7 years. You have been walking through a difficult wilderness, and I see how weary your feet have become. In this state of fatigue, the enemy is preparing a very specific trap for you, the trap of comfort. Very soon, a door from your past will swing open. It might look like a familiar face, an old flame who once broke your heart, a former employer who undervalued you, or a habit you thought you had finally conquered. It will look like a safe path, a way to escape the pressure you are currently feeling. It will whisper to you that the struggle is too hard, that the chosen one life is too lonely, and that you should just settle for what is easy. But I am telling you now, look closely at that door. It is not an exit from your pain. It is a cage designed to keep you from your glory. Do not go back to the Egypt I have already delivered you from. The comfort of the familiar is the greatest enemy of your divine destiny. There is a reason the gate to life is narrow and the way is hard. The wide road, the one that everyone is taking, leads only to a plateau of mediocrity and eventual regret. You were not created to live a comfortable life. You were created to live a powerful life. The pressure you feel right now is the weight of your wings growing. If you go back to the things I have told you to leave behind, you will find that the peace you once found there is gone. You have outgrown that environment. You are a giant trying to fit back into a dollhouse. If you accept that easy offer or return to that toxic relationship, you are trading your birthright for a temporary bowl of soup. I have better for you. I have a land flowing with milk and honey, but to get there you must pass through this season of stretching. Do not let the fear of the unknown drive you back into the arms of a known misery. Stand firm. The temptation to settle is the final test before the breakthrough. I am watching your heart as these options present themselves. I see the moments of doubt when you wonder if my promises will ever come to pass. I hear the whispers of the deceiver saying, "It's been too long, God has forgotten, you just take this shortcut." But my ways are not your ways. A shortcut in the natural is often a long detour in the spiritual. If you take the easy way out now, you will eventually have to come back to this exact same spot to learn the lesson you are trying to avoid. I want to take you through the fire so that you become fireproof. I want to take you through the storm so that you become the master of the winds. Enter through the straight gate, for narrow is the way that leads to life. It is the path of discipline, the path of waiting, and the path of radical trust. It may feel lonely right now, and the terrain may be rugged, but the view from the top is only reserved for those who refuse to settle for the valley. Choose growth over comfort. Choose the tough freedom over the soft slavery. Every time you say no to a lesser version of your life, you are saying a giant yes to the abundance I am preparing for you. I am with you in the uncertainty. I am the pillar of cloud by day and the pillar of fire by night. Do not look back at the burning bridges behind you. They were meant to burn so that you could never return to what was killing your spirit. Keep your eyes fixed on me. The miracle is not found in the comfortable. It is found in the courageous step into the deep. I am holding the door to your true future open, but you must have the strength to walk past the distractions. You are closer than you have ever been. Do not quit now. The comfort trap is the enemy's last attempt to stop a move of God that is about to change everything in your life. My beloved, do you feel the winds of change blowing through the corridors of your life? It may feel like a storm of loss, a chaotic stripping away of everything you once held dear. But I tell you, this is the great clearing. I am operating under the law of the vacuum. I cannot pour new wine into old cracked wineskins, and I cannot place pure gold into hands that are still white-knuckled, clutching onto the trash of the past. You have been mourning the things that have left you, the jobs that ended abruptly, the friends who drifted away without explanation, the opportunities that seemed to vanish just as you reached for them. But I want you to look again with the eyes of the Spirit. I was the one who moved them. I am the gardener of your soul, and I have been pruning the dead branches that were sucking the life out of your future. If I had let those things remain, you would have stayed stagnant, trapped in a version of yourself that you have already outgrown. I am clearing the space because something massive is on the horizon, and it requires every inch of room in your heart and your life to be held. This clearing is not just about the world around you. It is about the world within you. It is time to forgive yourself for the mistakes you made when you were wandering in the dark. It is time to release the heavy chains of shame from the seasons when you didn't know better. I have already forgotten those transgressions, casting them into the sea of forgetfulness. So why do you keep them enshrined in the temple of your mind? Forgiveness is not a gift you give to those who hurt you. It is the key that unlocks your own prison cell. I am asking you now to cut the invisible cords, those soul contracts you made with pain, with failure, and with the belief that you are somehow unworthy of my best. Today, we are tearing up those old agreements. We are severing the ties to every trauma that has held you hostage to your history. Your scars are not signs of weakness or symbols of a broken life. They are your credentials of survival, the living proof that the fire could not consume you. Wash your face and lift your head. My child, for the season of mourning is officially over. As you let go, watch how I begin to fill the void. I am a God of radical restoration, and I never take something away without intending to replace it with something exponentially more beautiful. For every person who walked out on you, I am bringing a destiny helper who will walk in with honor and loyalty. For every dollar you lost in the drought, I am opening a fountain of provision that never runs dry. For every night of sorrow you endured alone, I am preparing a lifetime of laughter and companionship. This clearing is the final preparation for the manifestation of my promise. Do not fear the empty spaces in your schedule or the silence in your home. They are merely the empty canvases upon which I am about to paint your greatest masterpiece. You are being refined, redirected, and repositioned for a level of influence you never dreamed possible. Trust the emptiness, for it is the holy precursor to the abundance that is already knocking at your door. You have passed the test of loss. Now prepare your heart to pass the test of plenty. My child, the waiting room is finally closing, and the doors of the sanctuary are swinging wide. You have been patient in the silence, and now you shall see that my word does not return to me void. I am giving you tangible physical evidence that the spiritual shift has occurred. Within the next 48 hours, I want you to pay close attention to the smallest details of your day. You will feel a sudden, inexplicable sense of joy, bubbling up from your spirit, a warmth in your chest that tells you the heavy burden has finally been lifted. This is not your imagination. It is the physical manifestation of my peace entering your nervous system, recalibrating you for the victory that is already yours. I am moving quickly now. The pace of my grace is accelerating because the time of your stagnation has reached its divine expiration date. Watch as the world around you begins to respond to the new authority you carry. I will send you kisses from heaven to confirm that I am listening to every heartbeat. Keep your eyes open for the number 1111. It is the portal of transition, a sign that your thoughts are aligning with my creation in real time. When you see the number 737, know that my divine perfection is being woven into your most chaotic situations. You may find a random white feather in an impossible path, or hear a song on the radio that speaks directly to the secret prayer you whispered into your pillow this morning. Perhaps an old friend you haven't spoken to in years will suddenly message you with words of encouragement that make no sense to them but mean everything to you. These are not coincidences. They are my fingerprints on your timeline. I am whispering I am here through the fabric of your daily life, proving that I am the God of the details. Look for a shift in your financial atmosphere within the next 2 weeks. I am not speaking of a magic lottery, but of the opening of closed pipes. A sudden notification on your phone, a small refund you didn't expect, or a conversation about a new opportunity that seems to fall out of the sky. These are the first raindrops of the abundance I am pouring out upon your parched land. I am softening the hearts of those who have the power to say yes to you. Favor is not fair, but it is yours by divine right. You will find yourself at the right place at the right time, meeting exactly the right person who holds the key to your next level. I am orchestrating these random encounters to prove to you that I am the master of the universe and the devoted provider of your every need. If you believe that these signs are for you, if you are ready to stop doubting and start receiving, then do not let this moment pass without a seal of faith. Type "I believe" or "I receive my signs" in the comments right now to claim this timeline. By doing this, you are coming into agreement with the prophetic shift I have set for your life. And as you feel this surge of positive expectation, remember to like this video and subscribe to this home of light to stay connected to this frequency. Your agreement in the natural activates the abundance in the supernatural. The countdown has begun. 48 hours for the confirmation, 2 weeks for the manifestation. Believe, my beloved, for the King is in the room, and the miracle has begun. My child, look back upon the road you have traveled these last 7 years. It has been a cycle of relentless testing, a season of 7 lean years where you felt as though you were sowing in tears and reaping only dust. I have watched you endure this 7-year cycle of drought, where every time you gained 1 step, it felt as though life pushed you back 2. You have lived through a spiritual wilderness, a time when your finances felt like they had holes in the pockets, and your heart felt like a parched land waiting for a rain that never came. But I am the God of the seasons, and I am the Lord of the harvest. I tell you today, the cycle of lack has been broken. The heavy atmosphere of the last 7 years is being lifted by my hand right now. You are transitioning out of the season of barely making it and into a season of more than enough. The years of the locust, the years of the caterpillar, and the years of the hidden sorrow are officially coming to a close. I am resetting your timeline, and I am rewriting the script of your future. The desert you have crossed was not meant to kill you. It was meant to kill the version of you that was too small for what I am about to give you. I have heard your cries for justice, and I have seen every loss you suffered during this cycle of trial. I am the God who restores what the locusts have eaten. I am moving now to repay you for every year of struggle, every year of loneliness, and every year of being overlooked. I am not just giving you back what was lost, I am giving you a double portion. Where there was shame, I am bringing honor. Where there was lack, I am bringing a river of abundance. I am restoring the years of your youth that you felt were wasted in grief. I am restoring the dreams that you buried because you thought it was too late. I am the potter, and I am making all things beautiful in my time. My word is true. I will restore to you the years that the swarming locust has eaten the great army I sent among you. You shall eat in plenty and be satisfied, and you shall praise the name of the Lord your God, who has dealt wondrously with you. Never again shall you be put to shame before those who mocked your faith during the drought. The scale of justice is finally tipping in your favor, and the weight of the blessing will far outweigh the weight of the burden you have carried. Do not think that those 7 years were a waste of your life. During that time of pressure, I was building your character. I was teaching you how to trust me when you couldn't trace me. I was refining you like silver in a furnace, removing the dross of ego and the impurities of fear. If I had given you the weight of the blessing 7 years ago, it would have crushed you because your roots were not deep enough. But now you are strong. You are wise. You are humble. You have learned to find your peace in my presence rather than in your bank account. You have become a container that can hold the magnitude of the miracle I am about to release. The next 7 years will be a cycle of supernatural overflow. Doors will open not because of your effort, but because of my favor. Mountains will move simply because you walk toward them. You have passed the test of the wilderness, and now you are being ushered into the land of your inheritance. Prepare your heart for the weight of the blessing. This is not a temporary relief. It is a permanent shift in your status. I am calling forth the wealth that has been stored up for you. I am calling forth the relationships that were destined to support your rise. I am calling forth the health and the vitality that the enemy tried to steal. You will look back on the last 7 years and realize they were the construction site for the palace I am now building for you. The drought is dead. The famine is over. The clouds are gathering, and the sound of an abundance of rain is already thundering in the heavens. Trust me with your whole heart, for the cycle of 7 years of prosperity has begun. And no power in the universe can reverse the decree I have spoken over your life. You are moving from the valley of testing to the mountain of testimony. My child, in a world that never stops screaming, I am calling you into the sacred art of stillness. You have been conditioned to believe that your value is tied to your busyness, that if you are not running, you are falling behind, and that if you are not shouting, you are not being heard. But I tell you, the loudest voices are often the emptiest, and the most frantic movements often lead to the least progress. You have been exhausted by the noise of social media, the noise of other people's expectations, and the noise of your own panicked thoughts. I am inviting you to step into the quiet center of my peace. I am not in the wind, I am not in the earthquake, and I am not in the fire. I am in the still, small voice that whispers to your heart when the rest of the world is hushed. It is in the silence that I speak the most clearly. It is in the stillness that I give you the blueprints for your future. Do not mistake my silence for absence. My silence is the laboratory where I am working out the intricate details of your deliverance. Stop trying to force doors open with the strength of your own hands. Stop chasing after every get-rich-quick scheme or every shortcut that promises an easy escape. Those are the distractions of the enemy, designed to keep your spirit in a state of constant agitation. When you are anxious, you cannot hear the frequency of my wisdom. When you are rushing, you miss the subtle nudges of my spirit. I am teaching you a new way to operate the way of the internal rest. This is not laziness. It is spiritual strategy. When you become still, you allow me to be God. You step off the throne of your own life and allow me to take the lead. Be still and know that I am. God is not a suggestion. It is the master key to your breakthrough. When you are still, you become like a calm lake that can perfectly reflect the light of the sun. When your spirit is turbulent, my image is distorted in your life. Calm your soul, my beloved. Quiet the inner storm of how and when. I want you to practice the discipline of the whisper. Every day, find a moment to simply be with me, without an agenda, without a list of demands, and without the noise of the world. Just sit in the awareness of my love. It is in these moments of doing nothing that I am doing the most for you. I am healing your nervous system. I am clearing the cobwebs of confusion from your mind. I am sharpening your intuition so that when you finally do move, you move with the precision of a surgeon. You will find that as you master the art of stillness, you will accomplish more in 1 hour of inspired action than you used to in a week of frantic striving. I am taking you out of the rat race and putting you into the divine flow. You don't have to scream to be seen by me. You don't have to hustle to be provided for by me. I see you in the quiet. I hear the prayer of your silence. The world says hurry, but I say wait. The world says strive, but I say yield. Yielding is not weakness. It is the highest form of strength. It is the posture that says, Holy Spirit, I am not in charge, you are. When you yield, you tap into a power that is infinite. You become a vessel that my spirit can move through without resistance. You will notice that as you cultivate this inner stillness, the mountains in your life will start to move on their own. The problems that seemed insurmountable will begin to dissolve because you are no longer feeding them with the energy of your worry. You are anchored in the rock that cannot be shaken. The peace I give you is a weapon. It is a shield that the arrows of the enemy cannot pierce. Stay in this quiet place with me. Let the world rush by, if it must, but you shall walk in the tranquility of the chosen. My child, I'm teaching you today to wield the most powerful weapon in the spiritual arsenal, the weapon of gratitude. You have often viewed gratitude as a simple response to a blessing, something you feel only after the breakthrough has finally arrived. But I tell you, radical gratitude is the frequency of the breakthrough itself. It is the bridge that carries you from the kingdom of lack to the kingdom of overflow. When you complain about your struggles, you are unknowingly coming into agreement with the very shadows that seek to bind you. Every "why is this happening to me?" is a seed of doubt that takes root in your field. But when you shift your frequency, when you open your mouth in the middle of the storm and say, "Thank you, Father, for the strength this fire is forging in me," you release a sound that makes the enemy tremble. Gratitude is not just a polite gesture. It is a spiritual vibration that aligns your soul with the abundance of my heart. It is the key that unlocks the storehouses of heaven before you even see the door. I want you to change the language of your soul, starting this very moment. Stop identifying as a victim of your circumstances and start identifying as a victor of your calling. Instead of mourning the doors that closed, thank me for the protection they provided. Instead of weeping over the people who left, thank me for the space they created for your true destiny helpers to arrive. This frequency shift is what transforms suffering into strength. Your scars are not marks of shame. They are your credentials, the proof that you survived what was meant to destroy you. When you thank me for the lesson before the blessing, you prove to the heavens that your character is ready to handle the weight of what is coming. Radical gratitude is an act of war against the spirit of despair. It clears the atmosphere of your home. It heals the bitterness in your heart. and it signals to the universe that you are a reservoir of light, ready to be filled to overflowing. Right now, I want you to engage in a holy visualization. Close your eyes for a moment and see the very thing you have been praying for. Don't see it as a distant dream, but as a current reality. Feel the weight of the blessing in your hands. Hear the sound of the yes you have been waiting for. Smell the fragrance of the new season. And as you see it begin to whisper, thank you. Not thank you in advance, but thank you because it is done. This is the faith that moves mountains. This is the posture of the chosen one. When you thank me for what you cannot yet see, you are pulling the future into your present. You are making a demand on the storehouse of heaven. I am looking for those who will praise me in the hallway until I open the door. I am looking for those who will sing in the dark until the sun rises. Your gratitude is the catalyst for the miracle. It is the final seal on the contract of your restoration. Stand in this frequency, my beloved, and watch how quickly the world changes to match the song in your heart. My beloved child, the time for talking is transitioning into the time of doing. We have walked through the valleys of your exhaustion and climbed the peaks of my promises together. Now I am calling you to stand at the altar of your own destiny. I want you to prepare your heart for a sacred activation. This is not a mere recitation of words. It is a spiritual decree that will echo through the corridors of time and space, shifting the very molecules of your reality. Take a deep breath and feel my presence surrounding you, like a cloak of golden light. If you are able, place your hand over your heart to feel its rhythm, a rhythm I created. I am about to release an anointing upon you that will break every yoke of bondage and shatter every glass ceiling that has limited your rise. Speak these words in the silence of your soul, or whisper them into the atmosphere of your room. For your voice carries the authority I have given you as my chosen one. I decree and declare over your life right now that the spirit of lack and the chains of debt are permanently broken. I command the windows of heaven to open over your finances, releasing a supernatural overflow that you cannot contain. I declare that you are no longer the tail, but the head. You are no longer the borrower, but the lender. I am releasing hidden treasures and secrets of wealth into your stewardship. Every door that was slammed in your face by the hands of men is being blown off its hinges by the breath of my spirit. I declare that favor is your new name and abundance is your new shadow. You will walk into rooms and find that contracts, opportunities, and resources are already waiting for your arrival. The drought of the last 7 years is officially over, and the rains of prosperity are flooding your fields. Receive the mantle of the provider, for you shall be a blessing to many nations. I speak life into your physical body and your weary mind. I command every cell, every nerve, and every organ to align with the divine blueprint of health I designed for you. I rebuke the spirit of infirmity and the heaviness of depression that has tried to dim your light. I declare that my healing power is flowing through your blood right now, dissolving every sickness and repairing every broken place. You shall run and not grow weary. You shall walk and not faint. I restore the joy of your salvation and the peace that surpasses all understanding. The scars of your past are becoming the stars of your future. I am renewing your youth like the eagles, and I am giving you a clarity of mind that will allow you to see the path I have laid out for you with perfect vision. You are whole, you are strong, and you are vibrant with the life of the Creator. I place a hedge of fire around your home, your family, and your relationships. I declare that no weapon formed against you, whether it be gossip, slander, or the hidden daggers of a Judas, shall ever prosper. I am removing the toxic connections and the wolves in sheep's clothing from your inner circle, and I am replacing them with destiny helpers who will carry your vision with honor. I declare that your household is a sanctuary of my glory. I speak protection over your coming and your going. The angels I have assigned to you are now standing at your gates, ensuring that only those meant for your future can enter. You are marked by my grace, and the enemy must pass over you. The activation has begun. The seal is being set. You are walking in a new authority, and the universe must respond to the mandate of the Most High that now rests upon your life. It is done. My beloved child, we have reached the threshold of your new beginning. Can you feel the finality of this moment as you hear my voice one last time today? I am personally slamming the door on your past. Every failure, every moment of shame, and every voice that told you that you were not enough is now locked behind a gate that I have sealed with my own blood. It is finished. The version of you that entered this conversation no longer exists. You have been reborn in the fire of my love and the authority of my word. You are stepping out of the shadows of someday and into the light of now. I have given you the keys to the kingdom, and I have placed a robe of honor upon your shoulders. Do not look back. Do not glance at the ruins of what used to be. The bridge to your history has been burned so that you can never return to the smallness of your previous life. You are a giant rising from the dust, and the world is about to witness the magnitude of the God you serve through the brilliance of the life you live. This is the moment of the divine signature. I am placing my signet ring upon your heart, marking you as my own property, untouchable by the hands of the enemy. This prophecy is now woven into the fabric of your timeline, and it shall manifest with a speed that will leave you breathless. But I require one final act of faith to lock this blessing into your physical reality. Do not stay silent as the heavens await your response. Seal this prophecy now and forever. Type "I receive it" or 888 in the comments right now to claim your new beginning and to signal that you have accepted the crown I have placed upon your head. By typing these words, you are making a legal claim in the spirit realm that the old cycle is dead and the new season of abundance is officially active. This is your amen, your so be it, and your contract with the divine. As you walk away from this meeting, know that you are never truly leaving my presence. Our family of light is always here, and this sanctuary is always open to you. I invite you now to join this community of believers for the long journey ahead. Press the like button one last time as a signal of your enduring agreement with heaven, and subscribe to this channel to stay anchored in my voice every single day. By doing this, you are ensuring that the enemy cannot steal the seeds of faith that have been planted here today. Share this message with 3 souls who are lost in the dark, and watch how I bless you for becoming a vessel of my light. Go forth in peace, for the battle is won, the provision is ready, and I am with you always, even unto the end of the age. It is done. It is finished. It is yours. Amen.